Thanks for yesterday, Sarah. You must be tired.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. I'm tired too. I tried my best with the greetings, but I wonder if I did okay.
I noticed you were quite nervous at first.
Well, meeting your parents for the first time was intimidating. They're both such accomplished people.
Yeah, you usually don't talk much, but you were really engaging in conversation. I think you did great with the greetings.
It's good to hear. Your mother seemed pleased when I talked about my engineering work.
About that.
That's not important right now, though. So now we just need to move forward with the wedding plans, right?
Yeah, about that.
What's wrong?
Well, I'm sorry, but I want to pretend the engagement never happened.
What? What do you mean? Was I that bad? Did your parents object?
The meeting wasn't the problem.
Then what was wrong? We've been planning this for months.
I had a long talk with my father after you left.
And?
Well, you know my family owns a big hospital and I'm a doctor there. I'm supposed to inherit this hospital in the future.
Yeah, so?
It's not just so. You understand, right?
No, I don't understand. We discussed all this before getting engaged.
Look, my dad pointed out that you might not be suitable for someone like me, who's highly educated and an elite professional. Well, both my mom and dad were pretty shocked about you working in a factory.
What? I don't understand. What's unsuitable about me?
You need to see this from my perspective. I have a reputation to maintain.
A reputation? You never cared about that before.
Look, I need you to understand, I'm a top-tier elite professional. Someone working in a factory at the bottom of the career ladder just isn't a match for me.
Huh? Tom, you introduced me as a factory worker during the greeting, but I never once said I worked in a factory.
Come on, I saw you entering a factory wearing work clothes. You said something about being an engineer or whatever, but I figured you were just trying to hide the fact that you're a factory worker.
Oh yeah, I do go into factories sometimes, but that's just part of my job. I'm not a factory worker, so what if I was?
You're wearing protective gear and going into factories. Let's not split hairs here.
There's a big difference between working in a factory and working with factories.
It's pretty much the same thing. Either way, working in a factory is a bottom-tier job.
What? That's ridiculous! All kinds of professionals go in and out of factories, and many industries couldn't function without factory workers. You shouldn't talk about factory work like it's beneath you.
My father says appearances matter in our social circle.
Since when did you care about social circles?
Yeah, whatever. Either way, an elite like me lives in a different world.
Really? What's gotten into you, Tom? You never cared about this stuff before. And isn't it a bit late for this after we got engaged and you had me meet your parents?
You're right, I didn't care before. But last night after the greeting, my father talked some sense into me. He said someone who works in a factory isn't a match for an elite doctor like me. He said I need a partner with the same values and refinement to support me.
So you're saying I lack refinement? And you just blindly accepted what he said?
My father built this hospital from nothing. He knows what it takes to succeed.
And I don't? Because you assume I work in a factory?
I deeply respect my father, who built up this large hospital in one generation. It opened my eyes. To reach even greater heights, I should marry someone with a more suitable family background and refinement.
Oh, so you're really serious about saying I lack refinement?
Well, you're a factory worker. Someone in such a low-tier job obviously can't have the same refinement. That's just how it is. Besides, this is for your own good, too. You probably wouldn't be able to keep up with high-level conversations and social interactions.
So you completely changed your feelings about me just because of what your father said. Fine, whatever. Do what you want. But just so you know, I'm not a factory worker.
Yeah, you're desperate not to get dumped. Well, then where do you work? Given that you go into factories, it can't be anything special.
I work for NASA.
What? NASA? Come on, at least make up a more believable lie. NASA, that's way too far-fetched. There's no way!
Well, I figured you wouldn't believe me. That's why I usually don't tell people where I work. They always think I'm lying. I didn't even tell you until now.
Do you think I'm stupid? NASA doesn't even have offices here.
I work remotely most of the time. The factory visits are for equipment testing.
I get it, you want settlement money. Fine, I'll pay you something, but you don't need to make up such ridiculous lies about working at NASA.
Oh, I'll definitely be claiming settlement money. This is a one-sided breakup from your side, but I'm not lying, and you'll probably regret breaking off our engagement.
Come on, you're getting desperate. It's kind of scary how many lies you're piling up. There's no way I'd regret breaking up with someone like you. I'm gonna tell your dad about this too. He's a patient at our hospital.
Leave my father out of this. He has nothing to do with our relationship.
Well, he should know what kind of daughter he raised.
Look, do whatever you want about the engagement, but leave my dad out of this. You're a doctor, aren't you?
This is your fault for trying to extort money with all these lies. Know your place.
My place? Yesterday you were talking about our future together.
Yesterday, I didn't know how ambitious you were, making up stories about NASA.
I'm not making anything up, but clearly you've made up your mind about who I am.
Just accept it gracefully. Someone of your status should be grateful I even considered you.
You'll regret this, Tom. Not because I work for NASA, but because you've shown who you really are.
Hello, Mr. Johnson. How are you feeling? Oh, Tom, thanks for getting me into this great hospital with such good facilities. I'm feeling much better. By the way, I heard Sarah was going to meet your parents about the marriage. Did the meeting go well? The meeting went fine. That's good to hear. Sarah seemed nervous about it. She did well at the meeting. I'm glad. She's always been shy about meeting new people. However, I'm sorry to say that I've decided to break off the engagement with Sarah. What? After having her meet your parents? Why would you do that? Did my daughter upset your parents in some way? Oh no, nothing like that. It's just that my father suggested that someone in a bottom-tier job like Sarah isn't really a match for me. Bottom-tier job? What are you talking about? Well, we've seen her going into factories. While I don't agree with breaking off an engagement over someone's job, Sarah isn't in a bottom-tier job at all. Mr. Johnson, I understand you want to defend your daughter. I'm not defending her. I'm stating facts. Well, that's another issue. Sarah is supposed to be a factory worker. I've seen her going into factories myself, but now she's telling lies about working for NASA. I understand not wanting to get dumped, but claiming to work for NASA is a bit much. But my daughter does work for NASA. Come on, not you two. I can't believe both father and daughter would lie like this. Why would we lie about this? To save face, obviously. No. Sarah worked as a medical device engineer at a medical equipment company, and after achieving significant results domestically, she was headhunted as an engineer. If you want proof, I can send you pictures of her business card and employee ID. If you have proof, please do send them. By the way, I discussed this with my father today, and we're thinking of having you discharged this week. Excuse me? What do you mean? Well, since the engagement with Sarah is off, are you saying my medical care depends on my daughter's relationship status? Our hospital has certain standards to maintain. Oh, well, I'm sorry, but transferring to another hospital in my current condition would be very risky. At least let me stay until after the surgery. I understand your concern, but we have to consider our hospital's reputation. Your hospital's reputation? How does treating me affect that? Well, you see, we're going to become one of the country's top hospitals. We can't keep bottom-tier patients like you here. You're just a bottom-tier father who could only get your daughter a factory job. Since you're no longer my future father-in-law, there's no reason to keep you here. Don't worry, though, we'll give you a referral letter to a common hospital that takes bottom-tier people. You realize what you're saying is highly unethical. Are you serious? Has your father, the hospital director, approved this? Yes, my father and I discussed this and made the decision together. This doesn't sound like a decision a doctor would make. A regular doctor wouldn't understand. Understand what? Don't compare me to ordinary doctors. This hospital mostly treats politicians and corporate executives anyway. There's no value in saving bottom-tier people. No value in saving people? Is that really how you see your patients? Some patients are more valuable than others. That's just reality. And you decide this value based on their job titles? Of course! Status matters in our world. I see. And this is the kind of doctor you've chosen to become. It's the kind of doctor I need to be to maintain our hospital's prestige. I wonder if your patients know how you really see them. They don't need to know, just like Sarah didn't need to know until now. You've certainly shown your true colors, Tom. I'm just being honest about how the world works. Then be honest about my transfer papers. Write down exactly why you're transferring me. That won't be necessary. Just accept the referral and leave quietly. Like your bottom-tier patients usually do? Exactly. Know your place, just like your daughter should. Sarah, I heard you broke off the engagement to Tom.
What? Did Tom tell you? I didn't want to worry you before your surgery. I was going to tell you after you recovered.
You know you can always tell me anything, right?
I know, Dad, but your health comes first.
I'm fine. Besides, it's not that complicated a surgery.
Still, I remember what happened with Mom. I can't help but worry.
I'm fine. Besides, this is supposed to be one of the best hospitals.
Still, I didn't want to cause you any stress.
He also told me I have to transfer to another hospital this week.
What? When did he tell you this?
Just today. He seemed quite insistent.
What? What is he thinking? He can't put that kind of strain on you before surgery. Besides, when we found out about your illness, he insisted on covering the hospitalization and surgery costs. He practically forced you to be admitted to his hospital, saying he'd take care of everything because you were his future father-in-law. He's the one who said this was the best place for your treatment.
Well, now that the engagement is off, I guess that's off too. And apparently Tom doesn't believe you work for NASA? You could probably prevent the engagement from being broken off if you proved your credentials and income.
It's not about proving anything anymore, Dad.
You worked so hard to get where you are.
No, Dad, I'm sorry, but I don't want to marry him anymore. We don't need to do that.
I agree. After this treatment, I don't want surgery at a hospital run by a doctor like him. In fact, I want to transfer to another hospital right away.
Let me help arrange the transfer. I still have contacts at my old company.
You don't need to do that.
Dad, you know I told Tom about how Mom died from a medical error when I was little, and that's why I went into the medical device industry. Either he didn't believe it or he forgot, and now he's trying to do the same thing to you. I'll never forgive him.
Is that why you became an engineer?
I wanted to make sure no one else lost their mom like I did.
Your mother would be proud of you.
I'm just sorry I got you involved in this mess.
He's treating us this way for personal reasons. Well, we can respond for personal reasons, too.
What do you mean?
I still have some influence in the medical industry.
Dad, I'm so sorry. I've caused you trouble at such a difficult time.
You haven't caused any trouble. He has.
But your surgery...
It's not your fault. Leave it to me.
Dad, please don't do anything risky.
I won't, but I won't let him treat patients this way either.
I should have seen through him sooner.
Sometimes people show their true colors when they think they have power over others.
I just can't believe he'd risk a patient's health over this.
That's exactly why he shouldn't be in charge of patient care.
Do you need me to come to the hospital?
No, focus on your work. I'll handle things here.
At least let me help with the transfer arrangements.
Trust me, Sarah, I may be what he calls bottom tier, but I still have some connections.
You're anything but bottom tier, Dad.
Neither are you. Remember that. Sarah, can we talk?
What do you want? We're supposed to be strangers now.
I need to discuss something important.
I have nothing to discuss with you.
Well, your father sent me your employee ID. You really do work for NASA, huh?
That's what I told you.
You could have proved it earlier.
I shouldn't have had to prove anything.
Come on, you can't blame me for not believing it when you suddenly said you work for NASA. And apparently you're some genius engineer who achieved amazing results at a major medical device company. So that means you're actually worthy of me after all.
Worthy of you?
Yes, this changes everything.
Why are you suddenly changing your tune?
This is good news. We can fix everything now.
Fix what exactly?
Come on, don't be like that. If I tell my father about this, he'll reconsider. And being married to the heir of a large hospital would secure your future.
Secure my future? I don't need your hospital to secure anything.
Think about it. With your credentials and my family's hospital.
The trial implementation of the latest medical equipment from the major manufacturer. That deal's off now, isn't it?
So you were involved with that?
You really didn't bother to check anything about my background, did you? Of course I was involved. That's the medical device company I used to work for. I was the one who pushed to have your hospital be the first to implement the new medical equipment. I just had that canceled.
Why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? You treated me like I was beneath you, and then tried to force my dad to transfer hospitals right before his surgery.
That was before I knew about your real job!
My real job? So factory workers don't deserve basic respect?
If you had just proven you worked for NASA, none of this would have happened!
You really don't get it, do you?
What's there to get? You're qualified after all!
I won't help a doctor who only judges people by their job, and I told you, you'd regret it.
I see. Even though I gave you a chance.
A chance? You think this is giving me a chance?
Look, losing the early implementation of medical equipment doesn't hurt us at all. There are plenty of other medical device manufacturers. I thought about reconsidering marriage depending on how you handled this, but sorry, I won't regret anything. After all, I'm a doctor, which makes me more elite than you.
More elite than a NASA engineer?
A doctor saves lives. What do? Play with machines?
Those machines help doctors save lives, but you wouldn't understand that.
Whatever, you're just bitter.
Why would I want to get back together with you? Whatever, just make sure you pay the settlement money. I'll be charging above the standard rate.
So it's about money after all. Just an engineer after all. Must be struggling financially. Fine, I'll pay you well. I'll succeed as a doctor and get engaged to a beautiful woman from a better family than you. Nothing will change no matter how much fuss you make.
Better family? My father helped build the devices your hospital uses.
And now he's just another patient who needs to know his place.
You'll regret saying that.
What can an engineer do to a doctor?
Keep telling yourself that.
Don't threaten me. I'm still elite.
We'll see how elite you are soon enough.
Mr. Johnson! Oh, Tom, I thought I wasn't worthy of your time. Please, I need to talk to you. About what? I'm really sorry. Please, what? You wanted me out of your hospital. What are you apologizing for? Actually, I should thank you. Thank me? For showing me who you really are before the wedding. Huh? And for referring me to such a good hospital. The surgery was successful, and they even treat bottom-tier people like me very well. About that, I was wrong. Wrong about what? My status, or about basic human dignity? I'll pay for the transfer costs and surgery fees, please. Forgive me. Now you want to pay after forcing me to transfer? I understand my mistake now! I have no reason to accept money from a stranger, especially one who looked down on us and forced us to transfer hospitals. What's brought this on, anyway? Things at the hospital, they're not going well. Oh? How so? I had no idea you were an executive at a major medical device company. It seems our hospital's reputation has been falling since we made you transfer. None of the medical device manufacturers will support our equipment updates anymore. All their executives are furious and won't even talk to us. Did you think I was just another patient that was powerless to stop you? Please, we need your help. Of course they won't talk to you. I've been telling each company about how you treated me and advised them not to cooperate. No company wants to support a hospital that treats patients this way. You don't understand what this could do to us. I understand perfectly. You're experiencing consequences. Please stop. At this rate, our hospital won't be able to maintain its advanced medical capabilities. Please put in a good word for us. Why should I? You made it clear I wasn't good enough for your hospital. I see now that you're not good enough to treat your patients. That was a mistake. I see that now. Please, can you just take some time to talk to them for us? I'll say it again. I thought I wasn't worthy of your time. I lost my wife to a hospital's medical error. I could never accept someone like you who discriminates against patients based on their status, neither as my daughter's husband nor as a doctor. I'll apologize, so please reconsider. A simple apology isn't enough. What do you want? Money? Position? Anything? Then let me ask you this. Will you and your father both apologize for your misconduct and promise to reflect on yourselves as medical professionals? What? Make my father apologize? I'm sorry, but that's not possible. Why not? He was equally involved in this discrimination. My father is above apologizing. Your father needs to correct his thinking. I can't do that. My father built this hospital from nothing. He's a great man who doesn't need to listen to others' opinions or apologize to anyone. Even when he's wrong? He's never wrong. He built everything we have. Is that really okay? If neither you nor your father change, this hospital won't do well. You'll regret this. No! Everything will be fine with my father's influence. Influence can't fix a broken system. We don't need to change. We just need support. I understand perfectly now. To me, doctors who don't care about their patients are the real bottom tier. And there's no value in saving bottom tier people, right? Please don't use my words against me. They're your words. Live with them. Sarah, can we talk?
Sorry, please stop contacting me. I don't want anything to do with you.
This is important!
Nothing from you is important to me anymore.
I got fired from my hospital! You're behind this, aren't you?
What? Don't blame me for you getting fired.
This must be revenge!
You did this to yourself.
You work for NASA, right? You must have looked at the hospital's medical records data. Otherwise, they wouldn't have suspected any wrongdoing.
Are you accusing me of hacking?
How else would they know?
Just because I work for NASA doesn't mean I can do that. Even if I could, it would be illegal. Have you been watching too many TV dramas?
Then how did the fraudulent activities leak?
Maybe you weren't as careful as you thought.
Someone must have tipped them off.
Dad has connections with your hospital's board of directors. When he became suspicious of you, he asked them to investigate.
So that's what happened.
Did you think you could hide it forever?
You and your father planned this!
The hospital was skeptical at first, but apparently you were completely corrupt, falsifying medical records, billing for treatments that were never performed, even suspected of taking illegal kickbacks from medical manufacturers. What kind of elite succeeds through fraud and illegal activities?
You don't understand the pressure I was under!
Pressure to commit fraud?
I needed to maintain our hospital's reputation. You're right. I admit it. Please, I'm begging you. Help me if I apologize for everything.
Now you want help from someone you looked down on?
I was wrong about you.
Wrong about my job title, you mean? Not wrong about discriminating against people. Nothing will change no matter how much fuss you make now. I told you you'd regret it, didn't I? By the way, don't be late with the settlement payments.
What? No, that's impossible! I can't pay the settlement! I've been fired from the hospital! I don't even know if I can work as a doctor anymore! Please let me off the hook for the settlement!
After all your talk about being elite?
Please understand my situation!
No way. You said you'd pay me well, right? If you can't work as a doctor, you could always work in a factory. I still have the logs of all our WhatsApp chats, and apparently your father came to Dad's hospital room before the transfer and badmouthed both of us. We have that audio recording too, so I'll be claiming everything I'm entitled to.
You recorded us?
You threatened a patient. Did you think there wouldn't be consequences?
I don't want to work such a bottom-tier job. I'm elite!
elite. You're unemployed and under investigation.
This isn't fair!
Wake up already! In the end, you and your father weren't elite doctors at all. Know your place.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I'm just using your own words against you. After having his fraudulent activities exposed, my ex-fiancé was fired from the hospital. Although he tried to find work as a doctor elsewhere, after a review, his medical license was revoked, closing off any path to working as a doctor again. Moreover, his reputation in the medical industry was destroyed, and no medical institution would hire him. Later, I heard he's now spending his days working temporary factory jobs. Day-to-day jobs, the very work he had ridiculed, to cover his living expenses and settlement payments. It's a good opportunity for him to reflect and work on himself, especially since he was so arrogant about being elite. Also, his father, the hospital director, had to give up his hospital and sell almost all his assets to handle various settlements. That's what should happen to doctors who discriminate against patients based on their social status. Doctors should be protectors and encouragers of their patients. After this incident, although I was working as a space development engineer at NASA, I'm thinking about returning to being a medical device engineer to contribute to the medical industry. I want to help support doctors who truly work hard to save their patients.